SSDI Work Incentives, a Griffin Hammis production tailored for Iowa.
I just got offered a job making $1,300 a month, but I haven't worked since I got SSDI, so I'm wondering what happens if I take the job.
Well, that's an exciting opportunity. With SSDI, there are 3 phases of work incentives. The first phase is called the trial work period. During this phase, you can earn as much as you want and still get your SSDI.
Oh, wow, that's great. How does it work?
When you're found eligible for SSDI, you're given 9 trial work months. If you earn above the trial work level, you'll use up one of those months. In 2020, the trial work level is $910 a month, but it usually goes up in January of each year. If you haven't worked since your SSDI began, you'll likely have all 9 trial work months available. So if you earn $1,300 a month, for 9 months you'd get your SSDI and wages.
That sounds great. What happens after the 9 months?
After you finish your 9th trial work month, you enter Phase 2. Phase 2 is called the Extended Period of Eligibility, and this phase lasts 3 years. During this phase, Social Security checks to see if the work you do is above or below something called Substantial Gainful Activity, or SGA for short. In 2020, SGA is $1,260 a month, or $2,110 a month for people with blindness. In months your work is below SGA, you get SSDI. In months your work is above SGA, the SSDI pauses and you don't get it that month. But there are work incentives that let you keep Medicare, even if your SSDI stops due to work. What most people don't know is that included in this phase is a great safety net. You keep SSDI eligibility status even if you go above SGA, and that means you can get it quickly restarted. Now, some people plan to get a job that pays more than their SSDI, so they're okay with it stopping. Other people can't do that right now, so their plan is to keep getting SSDI while they work. You're the one that gets to decide what makes the most sense for you.
I'm glad to know I can choose. So if I earn $1,300, does that mean my SSDI will stop in Phase 2?
Well, since your gross wages would be above SGA, that's possible. But if your countable wages fall below SGA, then you'd still get the SSDI.
Oh, what are countable wages?
So countable wages are the amount that's left over after subtracting work incentives like impairment-related work expenses and subsidy. Let me explain. Impairment-related work expenses, called IRWI for short, are medical-type expenses that you pay for that make it possible for you to work. Subsidy is the amount of extra help you get or less work you do on the job because of your disability.
Oh, okay. So how would all that apply to me?
That's a great question. Let's look at an example. Let's say each month you spend $100 on medications that you need to be able to work. Plus, let's say you get $200 worth of free help from your coworkers to do your job. After subtracting those from your gross wages, you end up with $1,000 in countable wages. And that is below SGA, which means you'd likely still receive your SSDI.
Great, I got it. So if I do end up earning above SGA, it's good to know I can easily get it back. So what happens in Phase 3?
In the third phase, Social Security will still check to see if your countable wages are above or below SGA. If they're below SGA, your SSDI simply continues. If they go above SGA, then your SSDI would stop completely. To get it back, you'd need to do a new application, or if you meet the criteria, you can ask for something called expedited reinstatement, which is another safety net. Expedited reinstatement gives you up to 6 months of SSDI while Social Security checks to see if you're eligible for benefits again.
All right, I think I got it. It's great to know I have safety nets to support me as I return to work.
If you'd like to speak to someone about SSDI and work, call Social Security's Ticket to Work helpline at 1-866-968 7842. Their TTY number is 1-866-833-2967. You can also send an email to ticket2work@iwd.iowa.gov to get connected to someone who can help you better understand how work will affect your SSDI. To see more videos like this one and for more information about SSDI work incentives, go to disabilitybenefits.iowa.gov. Knowledge is power. Take time to learn more about SSDI and work.